Now, a news update from Eyewitness News 5 in the morning.
Well, Oklahoma lawmakers are now reacting to the death of Osama bin Laden.
We're also hearing from Oklahoma U.S. Senator Jim Inhofe this morning. He says, "I congratulate our nation's finest for their tireless pursuit for justice."
As we rejoice that this monster is dead.
While we have succeeded in taking out the head of Al-Qaeda, the effects of his death are yet unseen and could span a broad range of possibilities.
We must not let our guard down in the global war on terrorism.
And we must remain ever vigilant in protecting our nation and its people.
And we're going to continue that with Senator Jim Inhofe.
Yeah, he joins us on the phone this morning with insight and just his reaction into what went on this morning over in the Middle East. Senator, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us here.
You bet. I hope the reception's okay. I'm on a cell phone here.
Sounding all right this morning.
Yeah, you sound fine.
Okay,
so can you tell us how you're feeling this morning, Senator?
Well, I think we're all rejoicing, and obviously, and I think the ones you think about now are the victims, the families of the victims of 9/11. You know, this is something that they've been singularly looking at, this moment to come, and this moment's finally here. And so I think it's been a well-oiled machine to put this thing together. It all started, over 2 years ago. And one thing I would only observe is that one of my missions for quite some time now, for the last, certainly since Obama has been president, is to keep Gitmo open. And all I could think about last night when he was talking about, and I appreciated his remarks, but when he was talking about the successful operation, is all of that came from Gitmo. All of it came from the CIA interrogations. Those are the things that he was trying to shut down. And so a lot of heroes are out there, and it goes back several years to the activity and the interrogation activity and our success in keeping Gitmo open, or this would not have happened.
All right, Senator, also this morning, I know we've just been trying to get some reaction from some of our viewers, some of our local residents here in Oklahoma. And a lot of people say that they, while they are celebrating in their own way, they're also worried about retaliation. What do you think people should be aware of, especially those maybe traveling, maybe even with those relatives abroad right now?
Well, this is my view of this. We're talking about terrorists here, and first of all, just because Osama bin Laden is gone doesn't mean that thing has died. This al-Zawahiri, the Egyptian who is considered to be the real brains of Al-Qaeda for the last 10 years, he's still out there running it, and they could have a reaction where they're going to show that they're going to be stronger than ever. It was not a one-man show. Having said that, you have to look at it and say, what is going to happen from this point on? In retaliation, I wasn't concerned about that for one major reason. That is, these are terrorists. They're going to do all they can to destroy us. They're going to try to use, whether it's weapons of mass destruction or any other means, such as they did back in 9/11. We have stopped many of those efforts. We have done a very good job of stopping that from happening, but they're still trying. So I don't think this is going to, make any difference in the fact that they've been trying to. They want to kill us. Let's keep that in mind.
Yeah. Senator, was it surprising to you the manner in which he was found? A lot of people expected him to be in a hole in some sort of far-off town. He was 30 miles away from the capital of Pakistan with a compound, 18-foot-high walls. What do you think about that?
Well, I think he's living pretty well, and of course, he was his health was failing, and I have felt for a while that he probably was in his last moments of living, that he was probably going to have some comfort. But yeah, he would more likely be found in a hole someplace or in a cave, and this probably didn't help his image from those who are left behind in his operation. But I was a little surprised.
Yeah.
And Senator, also this morning, what do you think is next for those troops out there? I know a lot of people said, you know what, we realize now that none of this was in vain. All the troops out there working so hard. A Navy SEAL, apparently pulled this guy out. So, what do you have to say about our next steps here in that war over in the Middle East with all of the men and women who are serving there right now?
Well, let's just say, we want to be sure that the Taliban and Al-Qaeda both are still out there. They're terrorists. They are going to be, some of them will be probably more martyred after this has taken place. But nonetheless, every time I'm over there, these people, our troops, and all of the people who are doing the great job that they're doing, they'll have to continue to do that. And let's keep in mind, the crack team that went over there, it just, all of them get credit for this thing.
Absolutely. Senator Jim Inhofe, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Have a great morning.